All right, y'all, man. We about to freestyle it, man. We about to go ahead and put the tinfoil hat on. I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts on some things. So we about to pontificate hard, man. That's what we about to do. Grab your popcorn, man. Okay, yeah, I just gotta go ahead and put this out in the ether. Put this out there on the record, man. And speak on political shit. Speak on New World Order, social engineering, and whatnot, man. Right now we are seeing a severe, reckless, chaotic push by the liberal left to bring in Marxism hardcore. I mean, they're doing it to the point that they're not even cloaking it, man. They're not even disguising it. They're putting it out there for all to see. Which leads me to think, man, like, do they know something that we don't know? For them to uncloak like this, it just to be so reckless with their Marxist agenda, and them not caring who sees them, and them not caring who knows what they're about and what they're doing. Because mark my words, they don't seem to have any sort of apprehension about coming out, doing what they're doing, trying to sexualize your children, taking grade school children to drag shows, having teachers thoroughly indoctrinate them with so-called binary and non-binary and gender fluid nonsense, bruh. With the very obvious push to emasculate men and to bring women to the forefront. Therefore trying their best to ensure that revolutions never even pop off. Because revolutions are basically started by strong, virile, masculine men. They're Jedi mind tricks with black folks, man, using them as pawns in the game. And make no mistake about it, black man, you're nothing but a pawn in the game, man. On the chessboard, you're nothing. You're a useful goddamn idiot. I mean, bruh, it don't take a genius to figure out that BLM was funded by old white men with a lot of money. How else do you think that this organization became so popular? I mean, every time I looked around on so-called network TV, they was talking about BLM, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. It's easy. The formula is really easy, man, when it comes to killing a movement. Don't give it any sort of attention. But the media, who is basically controlled by old white men with very long money, saw fit to always plaster that shit everywhere. What I mean by old white men, yes, George Soros. That name keeps coming up, and y'all keep on ignoring it. He helped fund Antifa and Black Lives Matter to basically foster rot and decay in America from within. When America falls, it's going to be a culture war. They're going to destroy America from within. So this big push that they're using, it is called the Cloward and Piven Plan. It is a revolutionary process in which to destroy America from within with debt. To burden America with so much debt, they have no choice but to collapse. But it's a controlled collapse. And in the midst of this collapse, your overlords, your social engineers will swoop in and offer to rebuild it. Now when they rebuild it, there's going to be a lot of controls put in place to monitor and to control you. Because make no mistake about it, they have to bring this all down because these people, they're guilty of many war crimes and many sex crimes. And when Trump was in office, he was in danger of exposing a lot of these war crimes and sex crimes, man. So them uncloaking like this, man, it's all or nothing. They know that if he gets in office or any sort of loose cannon gets in office that's not necessarily a part of their club, they're going to be marched to the gallows. And these people would rather push a nuclear button and set it all off instead of being marched into a gas chamber, man. So yeah, there's a heavy push to bring in Marxism, to bring in socialism, to bring in universal basic income. Right off the bat, people are going to love it because they're trying to destroy the dollar as we speak. And when the dollar gets destroyed, they're going to offer a solution. They're going to offer UBI credits. But of course, these UBI credits, that there's going to come standards and stipulations with that money. That means you're going to have to behave, and you're going to have to act right, and you're going to have a social credit score. So long gone will be the days where you can get on the internet and talk your shit. If they hear anything that they don't like, that they find distasteful, that they find that you coloring outside the lines of their programs, man, they're going to shut you down. I.e. the mark of the beast type shit. No man be he able to buy nor sell lest he have that mark. So if you're not acting right, you're not part of their program, bam, they cut you off from your bank account. Bam, they cut you off from being able to actually go shop in grocery stores. Bam, they stop you from getting gas. Well, they're trying to eliminate that right now. They're trying to make you solely dependent on the electrical grid. But yeah, you won't be able to get electricity. You won't be able to juice up your car. You won't be able to buy food. You won't be able to, man, they're going to limit your transportation, your movement, everything. This is happening right now in real time. People used to say I was crazy back in the day when I was kicking this shit back in the early 90s, Jack. And I was like, yeah, man, this is popping off. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. Everybody thought I was crazy. But right now, we in the midst of it right now. Happening right now as we speak. And people still think I'm crazy. It's just amazing to me how people can't even see it right now. Right now, you have World War III about to get popped off. And people are trying to understand, like, why would the United States do that? And like, why would they risk that? Number one, they don't like you. They don't care about you. They're planning this. They want a nuclear event. As far as they're concerned, there's too many of y'all on the planet already. They see y'all as roaches. And they need to control the population. Because if there's too many people on the planet, that means there's too many people that will be displeased with how they're doing things. Therefore, i.e., the less people you have, the less chance you have of a revolution, of them actually stepping up to the plate and challenging their rule. But yeah, we are in the middle of it right now. Right now, we are in the midst of it, bruh. And everybody is, talking to me about football games. And, some of the little chicks I fuck with, man, they want to go on vacations and they got their heads in the clouds and they still listening to social media, talking about the latest gossip. And I'm like, man, are y'all getting y'all food and water ready? Because there's a good chance, man, that you're not going to be able to eat pretty soon. People think I'm crazy and people think I'm an alarmist for kicking that, man. But, bruh, you already see the inflation. Pretty soon, should be $10 for a loaf of goddamn bread, man. So not only will you have to contend with the shortage of food, but even if there is food, will you even be able to buy it? This is all by design. Biden went ahead and created artificial scarcity. That's what that whole COVID joint was about, man. They wanted to strangle small business and they wanted to kill supply lines. And how do you do that? You tell people if you don't get that jab, you're fired. You don't have a job. And if that means you don't have a job, then that means the dock workers and the truck drivers, everybody that gets products from point A to point B, they in the win. You don't have anybody to operate the infrastructure of the United States. That was by design. Y'all don't see that? Y'all don't understand that all of this is not by accident? You don't understand that for 4 years when Trump was in office, everything was humming, going just smooth as silk. Then all of a sudden, when Biden gets in office, everything takes a steep nosedive. Yeah, that's interesting, man. Like I said, everywhere I go now, it's just crickets. Ain't nobody saying shit. Yeah, when Trump was in office, it's like, oh, Trump is evil. Trump is bad. Trump is a racist. Trump. And the United States was doing good, Jack. But now that we doing the worst that we've ever been, crickets. Ain't nobody saying shit about Biden's racist, senile ass. Ain't nobody saying jack shit. And it's crazy with me, right? Because I'm surrounded by just flaming liberals, man. And no one, and they just can't, for the life of them, just admit that they was wrong. That they just lacked the intelligence to understand that what was going on. And I was the only one that was sitting back posted up telling them, what the real was. And they was just like, oh, you're brainwashed by the Trump cult. I'm like, what? Like, do you see the gas, nigga? Gas is low. Ain't no war overseas. My taxes is low. I finally got a tax return back. I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? The Trump cult, dumbass nigga. Man, I'm trying to tell you, boy, you can't fix stupid, man. You cannot fix stupid. But yeah, I just want to go on the record right now, man, and tell y'all, man, that this World War III joint, it's a real possibility, man. And even if that don't bust off, man, there's other things that's in the mix, man, that they gonna try and bend you to their will, man. All that's required for them to actually control you, man, is just to control the food and the water, man. And not only that, but, your energy consumption. And that's what this whole climate change stuff is about, man. They're coming in under the guise of trying to save the planet with draconian measures, man, to stop you from doing A, B, C, and D. To limit your movement. To limit what you can and you cannot do. And they're doing it under the guise of we have to help Mother Earth. They don't give two shits about the Mother Earth, man. What they care about is stopping themselves from being marched into the gas chamber. Once the populace, once the masses actually can see through their BS, man. Yes, your George Soroses, your Bill Gates, your Klaus Schwabs, man. Your political elites that's up there. Basically making crazy decisions while they seem to be benefiting from it and while you seem to be stuck like Chuck with the horrible consequences of their actions. Oh yeah, and might I add, may I go on the record, man, when it comes to this November with these elections and primaries and whatnot, I predict that something's going to happen to interfere with that. Because I can't see the liberals or the Democrats getting any sort of traction, man, with their record, with the things that they've been doing. Most people would sense they've had their fill with this nonsense. So most people are going to be swinging right. They're going to be swinging Republican and conservative. But I don't see them coming all this way, uncloaking this hard and being this Marxist if they didn't have some sort of ace up their sleeve, man. I think maybe they trying to get World War III jumping off before the election or around the time of these elections to get all these conservatives back in office to stop them from destroying the country. Like I said, yeah, just the way that they coming out, it's like they know something that we don't know. Like they got an ace up their sleeve. Somehow, some way, they gonna stop the red wave. I don't know, man. My spidey senses is kicking in, man. All of this stuff is coming up to a crescendo. I mean, the same way they went ahead and pulled that fast one with that last election, that presidential election. I think they got something else up their sleeve, man. Something else up their sleeve. I mean, really, man, they pulled off a fast one. They actually got that senile old racist in office who didn't even campaign for the presidency. And they say he got the most votes ever. Come on, man. Whatever, man. It would appear that this channel will not be getting much traction. Because, man, I'm not going to be talking about ignorant nigga shit, man, or things that's popular in black spaces, man, which is absolutely fucking nothing. I mean, I had my fun back in the day talking about ass and titties and whatnot, but now it's time more than ever, man, to straighten up and fly right and actually get some stuff out there, man. It actually means something, man. All work and no play make Jack a dull boy, man. So, hey, go ahead, like, share, and subscribe, or not. Don't really matter with me, man. The great and powerful all has seen fit to actually give me some insight and some foresight, and he hath commanded that I share it. That's all I can do, man. Big Mike and I'm out.